Do you know how difficult it is to deal with people, don't you? Sometimes they can be dishonest, deceitful, and even seem like they're trying to make our lives more complicated. But see, the Bible teaches us that dealing with all kinds of people is part of life's great test. In Ephesians 4:2, we are reminded of the importance of being humble, gentle, and patient with one another, bearing with each other in love. God calls us to interact, understand, and collaborate with people, as this is part of the purpose of our Christian life. So how can we deal with the difficult parts of human nature without letting them dominate us? In this video, we will explore biblical lessons not just for dealing with the people around us, but for thriving in our interactions with them. From handling complicated relationships to staying calm when we feel pressured, we will see how we can apply these teachings in our daily lives. These timeless strategies from the Bible can help us. It's not about avoiding chaos, but about learning to deal with it with grace and resilience. We're talking about practical and realistic strategies for dealing with people's quirks and making our interactions more rewarding. Interestingly, those who follow biblical teachings often lead happier and more fulfilling lives. God's word is not just about overcoming challenges, but also about finding joy and satisfaction, even amid life's inevitable ups and downs. If you want to be part of this special group, it's important to keep these teachings in mind. This journey we are embarking on is not just about solving problems, but also about changing our outlook on life and reaching a deeper level of contentment in Christ. Are you ready to face people's problems with divine wisdom? Then let's begin. Care less about what others think of you. Imagine yourself at the center of a brightly lit stage, your heart pounding as hundreds of eyes are fixed on you. You are about to share a speech that reflects your deepest convictions. However, a voice inside you worries not about the message you are delivering, but about the audience's reaction. Will they like it? Will they admire me? This stage represents our daily lives, where we often find ourselves seeking approval and applause from an audience we may never know. This pursuit leads to an internal struggle between expressing who we truly are and seeking external approval. The Bible addresses this conflict with wisdom. In Galatians 1:10, Paul reminds us, "Am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ." This verse reminds us of the importance of seeking God's approval above all else. The pursuit of others' approval is an empty pursuit, disconnected from our true essence and the purpose God has for us. Jesus also taught us about this. In Matthew 6:1, he said, "Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others, to be seen by them. If you do, you will have no reward from your Father in heaven." Jesus encourages us to do good and live our faith authentically, seeking God's approval, not that of people. Following this new path is not like flipping a switch. It's more like tending to a garden. You need to nurture your trust in God, strengthen your self-esteem in Christ, and sometimes remove negativity. Every day you will face challenges, but in each challenge there is a choice. Ask yourself, am I living to please others, or am I living to please God? It's about holding on to your beliefs, standing up for your biblical values, and being true to yourself every morning. By putting God at the center of your life and seeking His approval above all else, you will find inner peace and true satisfaction. Be honest. When the sun peeks through your window, bringing with it the promise of a new day, it also brings a reminder that you will meet all kinds of people. Yes, even those complicated ones who twist words, and those who find joy in others' sorrows. It's like entering a maze full of mirrors, reflecting a variety of characters. But here's the deal. These encounters are not there to drag you down. They are your opportunity to shine, to stand firm in your honesty like a beacon in the midst of a stormy sea. Being true to yourself and others is your armor. It's not just about dodging the arrows of deceit, but about not letting those arrows change who you are. In Proverbs 12:22, we are reminded, "The Lord detests lying lips, but he delights in people who are trustworthy." Honesty is not just a moral principle, but a reflection of our commitment to God. You might wonder why bother being good in a sea of not-so-good people. The answer is simple: your goodness. Your honesty is like a lighthouse. It cuts through the fog of falsehood with a warm, guiding light. Imagine the impact of this light, how it can inspire someone lost in the shadows to find their way. Jesus said in Matthew 5:14-16, "You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." By choosing to be honest, you are not only protecting your peace, but also setting a standard, showing that truth and integrity have a place in this world. Let's make honesty one of our strategies, not because it's easy, but because it's the right thing to do. This is how we build a life that is not just about surviving the day, but thriving with purpose. Each moment of honesty is a step towards a world where we can look each other in the eye and see not just who we are, but who we can be together. Let's be the architects of this world, one honest word at a time. Don't take things personally. Imagine you are having a tough day. Maybe you spilled coffee on your favorite shirt, missed an important call, or someone said something deeply hurtful. It's natural to feel affected by these moments, to get irritated or upset. But here's a biblical secret. Don't take it personally. See, everyone has their own problems, distractions, and yes, bad days. When someone lashes out or makes a mistake, it's often more about them than about you. Remembering this can totally change the situation. In Proverbs 19:11, we are reminded, "A person's wisdom yields patience. It is to one's glory to overlook an offense." This verse teaches us the importance of patience and understanding. Think of a time when you lost your temper or made a mistake. Were you trying to hurt someone? Probably not. But you were likely overwhelmed, stressed, or just not thinking straight. We've all been there. By recognizing our own faults, we open the door to empathy. Instead of reacting with frustration or anger when others fail, we can choose understanding. Jesus called us to love one another as he loved us, as stated in John 13:34-35. "A new command I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. By this everyone will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another." Next time you find yourself on the receiving end of a rude comment or a friend's mistake, stop, breathe, and ask yourself, have I ever been in their place? Probably yes. This change in perspective is not just about giving others a break, but also about enriching your own peace of mind. It helps you stay centered, calm, and, most importantly, connected to the people around you. Embracing this biblical strategy is not about ignoring your feelings, but choosing a path of growth and empathy. In Romans 12:18, we are advised, if it is possible, as far as it depends on you, Live at peace with everyone. This is how you become more valued, not just by others, but by yourself, living in peace and love according to Christ's teaching. Cultivate patience. Patience goes beyond just waiting. It is an art, a serene strength that distinguishes us. Every day we are engulfed by chaos, where everyone seems to be in a frantic race, cutting corners or simply trying to get ahead, often without thinking about the consequences. It's easy to get carried away by this, lose our calm, and forget who we are and what we believe in. But this is where the magic of patience comes into play. By choosing to be patient, we not only react, but take control. We observe, understand, and then act according to our core values. We become the calm eye in the center of the storm, where everything else is chaotic and unpredictable. The question is, why does this matter in a world that values quick fixes? Patience sets us apart as a beacon in the darkness. It is a clear sign of our strength, integrity, and most importantly, our understanding that true achievements and significant progress take time. The Bible teaches us this truth in Galatians 5:22-23. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. It's not about letting others walk over us, but about recognizing our own worth and path, and having the inner strength to move forward, even when the world around us is crazy. It's about giving situations and people the necessary time to reveal their true colors, allowing us to make decisions that are right, not just in the present moment, but also for the future. How to start? Begin with yourself. Next time you feel under pressure, when someone cuts you off in traffic or a friend is late, take a deep breath. Remember what is written in Romans 12:12. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. This moment is an opportunity to practice patience, to be the serene strength in a constantly provocative world. It is in these small everyday moments that we build the foundations of a character that is not just admirable, but truly valued. Patience is your secret weapon, your silent strength that speaks about who you are and the incredible impact you can have on the world around you. Let's embrace, master, and show the world the power of being patiently powerful, following Christ's example. Be a role model. Imagine yourself walking down the street, focused on your own tasks, when suddenly you see someone helping an elderly person with their groceries without saying a word. This is a powerful example of the core of Christianity. Action over words. It's about being that individual who, through simple gestures, sparks a flame in others. It's not about proclaiming your beliefs from the rooftops, but living them so clearly that others cannot help but notice and feel inspired to act similarly. Think of it as a domino effect. Your actions can inspire those around you to spread kindness and wisdom simply by being a living example of the virtues you believe in. In an age flooded with distractions, being this example is more crucial than ever. It's easy to get lost in the tumult, follow the crowd, but imagine the impact of choosing to be a beacon of positivity and strength. In Matthew 5:16, Jesus teaches us, in the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. By embodying Christian principles, you not only improve your own life, but also illuminate the path for others. Every choice to remain calm in adversity, to show kindness where others might not, adds value not only to your life, but also to the community around you. In 1 Timothy 4:12, Paul exhorts, Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. Being a role model means living these values daily. What is the first step then? Start with small choices. Choose to listen more than speak. Show gratitude even for small things. And face challenges with a calm and steady heart. Remember, being a Christian is not about seeking perfection, but about progress. Every step towards living your values is a step towards becoming a more valued member of your circle, inspiring others to strive for their best selves too. And in doing so, you will find a deeper happiness, not from external praise, but from observing the positive change you initiated in the world around you. In James 2:18, we are reminded, "But someone will say, 'You have faith, I have deeds. Show me your faith without deeds, and I will show you my faith by my deeds.'" Let's live so that our faith is visible through our actions, inspiring and transforming the lives of those around us. Disregard critics. Let's get straight to the point of something that affects many of us: noise, negativity, and yes, critics. You know what I'm talking about. Those voices, sometimes loud, sometimes whispering, telling you that you are not good enough, that you can't do this, that you won't succeed. But here's the biblical secret, as relevant today as it was centuries ago. Ignore them. Imagine yourself wearing an invisible shield, letting all that negativity just bounce off. Why? Because what really matters are your actions, your choices. It's like walking your path with headphones on, listening to your favorite music, focused and undisturbed by the chaos around you. Think about it. When everything around you seems to be falling apart, when hope seems like a distant memory, this is the time to anchor yourself in what is right. In 1 Peter 2:15, we are reminded, "For it is God's will that by doing good you should silence the ignorant talk of foolish people." This verse encourages us to continue doing good, regardless of the criticism and negativity around us. Jesus also faced critics during his ministry. In Matthew 5:11-12, he said, "Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you." Jesus calls us to focus on what is eternal and true, rather than letting ourselves be brought down by critics. It's not about ignoring the world's problems or pretending they don't exist. It's about recognizing what is within your control, your integrity, your actions, your response to adversity. Paul writes in Philippians 4:8, "Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things." Focusing on what is good and right helps us remain firm and unshakable. To effectively implement these biblical strategies, we must keep this crucial step in mind. Ignoring the critics, not with arrogance or ignorance, but with a deep understanding that your value, your character, is not determined by external chaos or others' opinions. It is determined by your actions, your choices, your commitment to doing what is right, even when it is difficult. This is what it means to live as a Christian in the 21st century, being more valued not by applause or approval, but by the quality of your character and the actions that speak louder than any words spoken. Let's keep moving forward, ignoring the critics and focusing on what truly matters, following Christ's example and living to please God. Appreciate your loved ones. Have you ever postponed a call or a message to someone thinking, "I'll do it tomorrow," only to realize that tomorrow never comes? For many of us, this is a hard lesson learned the hard way. The Bible, a source of wisdom as old as the hills, but as relevant as your latest social media update, teaches us a crucial principle. Our life is brief and uncertain. In James 4:14, "Why, you do not even know what will happen tomorrow. What is your life? You are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes." This reminder of our mortality is not meant to scare us, but to make us understand that everyone we value is also on borrowed time. Imagine if we lived every day as if it were our last chance to tell someone we love them, appreciate them, or forgive them. How much more meaningful would our relationships be? Take a moment to recall the last time you talked to someone close to your heart. Did you part ways well, or were there hard words left unsaid? The Bible gently but firmly reminds us not to go to bed angry. In Ephesians 4:26-27, we are instructed, "In your anger do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry, and do not give the devil a foothold." Life is incredibly fleeting. One minute you're planning a weekend meetup. The next you're wishing for just one more moment to say what really mattered. This is not about living in fear, but about living with intention. Valuing your loved ones means making the most of now, forgiving quickly, loving intensely, and never missing the chance to express how much they mean to you. In Colossians 3:13, we are called to bear with each other and forgive one another if any of you has a grievance against someone. Forgive as the Lord forgave you. So instead of getting lost in the chaos of our daily lives, let's take a second to think about who adds color to our lives. Let them know they are valued not tomorrow, but today. Whether it's a simple message, a long-awaited call, or a tight hug, make it count. Remember, in the grand journey of life, these moments of connection are what truly matter. Let's not wait for a reminder of our mortality to start appreciating those who matter most. Therefore, it's time to act. Value those you love, not tomorrow, but now. Your participation is crucial to enriching our community and following the path Christ taught us. Let's stay strong and steadfast in love and faith. Thank you so much for your support here, and until next time, my friends.